All right, here we are with we're with Team Bymyselfornothing, and we have our latest lifestyle video that we wanted to produce. I have someone right here who would like to introduce herself. Please give me your name, your age, and then where you're from.
All right, my name is Brittany Webb. My age is 27 years young. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm from Baltimore too.
Hey, be more.
Yeah. First question for you. I wanted to know, just so everybody can understand, some of your background. I want to know, how long have you been single, and then when was your last relationship?
Oh, we gonna dive in right now.
Right now.
Okay.
Head first.
So I have been single for 5.5 years.
Okay.
My last relationship was back in 2016. It actually started 2013.
Okay.
So that relationship like 3 years.
Okay, cool. So you've been single for about 5 years now. All right, cool.
Yep.
And you content?
Very content.
As you should be.
I love the single life.
As you should be. Self-love. All right, so quick question for you. I wanted to know, are you single by choice, or has there been issues with you being in relationships? Like, what's the reason why you're single?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, I've decided to remain single by choice because my past relationships were very toxic. So I chose to be single so that way I'm not repeating the cycle in my next relationship. So I'm taking the time now to focus on myself, heal through my past relationships, all the trauma, the toxicity, just release all of that from me so that when I enter into that next relationship, it is ordained by God and that it's no toxicity at all. And if we do have a problem, we can communicate and we can resolve it appropriately.
Right, yeah. Communication is important.
It's key.
It's essential at this point. So I like that. Would you say that being single makes it easier or harder to assess your self-worth?
Ooh, can you repeat that?
Oh yeah, I got you. I run it back. So I said, would you say that being single makes it easier or harder to assess your self-worth?
For me, it makes it easier because it allows you that quality time with yourself to work on things that you may not know, things that you know that you have to work on that you've been put on the back burner. And it also allows others to kind of chime in and let you know, hey, here are some things that I noticed about you that you may not know. And then it'll let you know, hey, this is something else that I need to work on.
Right.
So it may be easier, but for some, I don't know. It's a game of probability, really.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Whatever matters to you at the moment. So if self-worth is important for you, focus on it and just prioritize everything from there.
But what you're saying is self-worth is very important to you.
And very important.
Got you. So I have some qualities that I wanted you to essentially rank when you're searching for a potential partner. Okay. So the qualities are sense of humor, confidence without cockiness, physical attraction, religious/spiritual practices, and family orientation. So give me a rank from 1 to 5 from these categories in terms of what do you search for in a potential partner.
Okay, very first and foremost, religious spirituality. And that's number 1.
Right.
Number 2 is family orientation. Number 3 would be confidence. 4 is physical attraction. And 5 is that last one. Was it?
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor. I'll put it in that order.
All right, so you cool with your partner not being funny?
They can be funny, but don't be like a class clown. You gotta make a joke out of everything. Like, pipe down, it's a time to play, it's time to be serious. Just be able to turn that on, turn it off appropriately.
Right, yeah, I feel that.
But still, you gotta be laughing.
Right.
Hey.
For someone you may be interested in, what does an ideal first date look like for you?
For someone that I am interested in, ideal dates. So for me, I am very spontaneous. I like to try new things. So I would like the first date to be somewhere I've never been, where we're both exploring it together, whether it's a new restaurant, whether it's an outing, an activity, we get to experience it together and we have fun. So I don't know what that other person may be interested in, but I know for me, I like to live on a wild side.
Oh.
So I'm like an adventurous person, a daredevil. So if we go to an amusement park and he got the tallest ride and you got to go all the way up in the air, I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look back. Oh, we doing this.
Oh, yeah. Energy.
We doing this.
Energy. So you cool with first date? We taking a trip out the country?
Why not?
Ooh. All right. Energy. You listening, fellas?
Hey, I got my passport. Do you?
I like that. You sliding?
Yeah, you sliding. Right.
All right. Another question for you. Does being single make it easier or harder to chase / accomplish your life goals?
Easier. Way easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's all about tunnel vision. You got to focus. You got to be disciplined. You got to prioritize everything. So if you don't have your stuff in order, how can you expect someone else to come in and not only be a distraction, but to help motivate you? If you don't have all your ducks in a row, they'll come in, they'll just disrupt everything, and then you'll be knocked off, and it'll be out of the way.
Yeah, the timing is off.
Yeah. So focus on you. Make sure everything is in order with you. Once it's time, God will let you know it's time to let someone else in, and you'll be able to prioritize whatever you got going on as well as what they have going on, because once you're in a relationship, it's not about you anymore. It's an us. It's a we thing. It's plural. So you will have to prioritize, okay, I have to go to school today. I know school is from this time to this time. My significant other, he want to see me as well. So how can I squeeze that into my day with school? Also, I got to work later on. I got to exercise. I probably want to just take a bath and soak my feet.
Chill.
Priorities.
Right. So. I feel that. And that kind of goes into like my next question. And I wanted to really get your viewpoint on this. Do you believe that there's a such thing as right person but wrong time when you're dealing like with relationship?
Yes,
okay.
I do believe in that. From my own experience, I'll say I met someone who was very spontaneous. They was very different for me, and they was in a relationship at the time. And we were cool, we were friends, we didn't cross that line, but I knew if we were to take it differently, like that relationship in a different direction, it would have been different. Okay. That's how I feel, and I believe if we had that other conversation that we should have had, it would have been different.
What conversation?
Next question, please.
I got you. I'll move on to the next question. We're not going to get too personal here. No. So with this next question, do you think that your self-growth, I know your last relationship was in 2016, do you feel that your self-growth was limited in that past relationship?
Yes.
How so?
So within our last relationship, I was dealing with a lot. A lot of stuff was on my plate during that time. I was undergrad. I had some family issues. I had some personal issues. And during that time, that other person wasn't helping me in any way, shape, or form. They were actually hurting me. Wow. It was to the point where I went to the doctors and they told me that my stress levels were unusual. What is unusual? So that kind of threw me off because I knew at that point I never had a doctor tell me my stress levels was unusual. So something was wrong in the mix. Right. So from there, I'll say just realizing I gotta cut ties. I gotta focus on me. My health comes first. My worth comes first. Self-love comes first.
Always. I feel like you recognized that at a young age as well, too.
Sure did.
I know a lot of people in our generation don't necessarily recognize that. So they find themselves, joining and trying to jump into relationships and they don't even know who they are as a person and they don't recognize their self-growth. So that's good. That's important.
I'll also say taking a step back and having that conversation with yourself. I understand as we're getting older, they always say it takes a village to raise a child, which is true. Right. However, as you progress in life, as you get older, you have to take accountability for yourself because your parents, they only help you up to the age of 18 for most. And then they say, hey, I did my job, well done. Now I pass it on to you to take control of your own life. So I'll say during that time, preparing to graduate, I had to reevaluate my situation, my life, who I am, who do I want to be, who do I aspire to be 5 to 10 years later. Because during that time in undergrad, a lot of professors, they're asking you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? What are your aspirations, your goals? Have you applied for any jobs, any internships? So all of those career goals start to come through. Okay, so let me step back from college life. What's going on in my life?
In your life.
Personally. Am I ready to take on this next chapter of my life with all of this baggage, all this toxicity? Can I truly evolve into the woman that I'm supposed to be, that God destined me to be this way? What changes do I need to make? What are some things that I'm not realizing that I need to address, that I need to perfect on in order for me to be the best version of me? So just taking a step back and realizing what I need to do to become the best version of me. It takes time.
It does.
It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of discipline. And it takes a lot of pain. Because telling myself, hey, Britt, yo, you tripping, you bugging, what's going on? Why you do this? That was dumb. Also, watch how you talk to yourself as well. Because that's a part of self-love. So not calling myself no B word, not demeaning myself, but just put myself in check and say, hey, what you did, that was childish. It's time to grow up.
It's learning lessons. Learning lessons with yourself. It's all about growth. Always can find opportunities to grow.
Always.
So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, so last question for you, Britt. I wanted to know, in the single life, do you find yourself seeking unnecessary attention more than what's good for you?
No. I say to myself, I mind my business.
By myself or nothing, right?
Amen. Like, not just like give you like a dry cut answer, but honestly, with COVID, with everything going on, with I know everything on my plate, I have to stay in my own lane and focus on what I need to, because if I'm focusing on the next person, what they're doing is not going to help me excel in any way, shape, or form unless I'm a part of it. So if it has nothing to do with me, why worry or stress or concern myself with what they're doing? Let them progress in their lane and I progress in mine. If we cross paths, we get in some type of business partnership, then by all means, God will bless it. But at the same time, if I gotta do something, I gotta get this done, I'm gonna focus on getting that done first.
Priorities.
And then, if they need me to help do something, by all means, I'm willing to volunteer, be of service.
That's great to hear. Oh, thank you, Brittany, for being on our segment. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time.
Nothing but love.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.